Okay, this is going to be the tutorial for Severance, the theme. I'm just going to review kind of what we already went over in the lesson, and then I'll add some stuff to it. So let's just go over the four chords. We started with a C minor chord, so it was C, E flat, okay, and G, that's C minor. Sounds like that. Now shifting to the next chord, it's kind of simple, and I want to talk about a couple spots. One, the pointer finger is already on F, right? Our pinky is already on C. So technically speaking, you just need to move your thumb over, and you have the three keys for the next chord, except in the order of this one, all of these are sharped. So your fingers are actually on the keys here. You just move your thumb up one, but you have to sharp them all. Remember, sharps go up this way, so you're going up to this one, and this one. They're all shifting upward to the sharp. So F sharp is the next chord. Okay. Now we're going to go back to where we just were. We're just going to go backwards, backwards, backwards. So the third chord is F. Okay. And then the fourth chord is E flat minor. So this one, we've already got our middle finger on the E flat here. So that one can kind of stay. And then these two are going down a half step. So a half step is just over a black key or a white key. Sometimes there's no black key in between. So down one, down one. There's your A flat minor. All right, so those are our four chords. Let's just do them one more time. So we got C minor. Now if you watch how I shift to this, and then coming back to the F, and then coming to the A minor, minimal movement in my hand. If you're doing this, making it harder for yourself. Okay, so try to find that sweet spot where you can go from C minor, shift over, come back, and come over without having to do a lot of movement. Now, once you can do that, remember what I told you in the lesson, you should be thinking about the next chord rather early because we're holding the pedal. So right when we hit this first one, it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the addition to this part is you actually go down to the bass C after you hit each chord. So it does create a level of complexity here. But it sounds cool, and I'll do it slowly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what's going on here, the first two beats, because these are half notes, 1, 2 is the chord, and then 3, 4 is the bass note. So there's 4 beats in every measure. So I'll do it one more time so you can watch. Slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the introduction does that twice, so you're going to repeat that again. And on the third line, we're actually going to go to the low C to make it sound a little more ominous here. So on the third line, if you watch the way that I jump, and this is the thing with people when they move their hand, it's always this frantic movement, like they'll hit, oh, and they're trying to get there so fast. It's actually, you want to jump off of the chord, come up, and land. It's like an arcing motion. It's not a quick move. That is just a recipe for disaster. Don't do that. So just smoothly move up, down, up, down, just like that. I'm coming up and landing. You'll notice my hand is kind of forming the chord in the air as I go back. So as I'm coming back, I'm trying to grab that chord as I'm coming down. I'm not moving over and then trying to find the notes. I actually have the chord and then I land. Okay? So on the third line, it's the same thing, except we go even farther down. So it's a bigger jump. So this is the third line. Now, when you move for the bigger jumps, you can get there quicker this way, but don't try to land on that C perfectly in a quick motion. Make it a smooth motion. And that's it for the introduction. All right, now let's talk about the right hand notes just for the first 3 lines. So here's middle C, here's treble C. We're actually going to be going almost to high C. We're down by 1. We're going to start on high B, okay? And we're going to be playing B, B flat, G, back to B flat, and then we'll hit G again on the next measure, okay? Now, where do we play this, though? That's the trick. So once you've learned this, and I don't care if you're going down to these, you could just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so this is the final chord. This is the A flat minor. After you've done the first 2 beats, that's when these 4/8 notes play. It'll be 3 and 4 and. So I'm going to play the final measure again, starting on the A flat minor, and I'm going to count the entire thing out. So watch how I do this. Super slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? And again, these notes are B, B flat, G, B flat. Okay, there's one more note. We're going to hit G again, and I'm going to explain that in a second. So just practicing the A flat minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? Now I'm going to count the whole thing up to there. And this would be a great thing for you to practice. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 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 Okay. It's a lot of counting, right? Okay. Now we've got one more thing to do. After the A flat minor, and we do this, we have to start over on the C minor chord. We're going to hit that chord, and it's going to play, and then we're going to hit G right after it. 1 and. Now you can see how quickly that is. 1 and. So listen, I'm going to go back 1 measure to the A flat minor, the final chord that we learned, right, in the sequence. And I'm going to play those 4 notes, but I'm going to put it together with the repeat, super slow with the counting. Let's listen to this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Very slow, but that's the way to practice, okay? So let's do that one more time. Starting back at the A flat minor chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I know that the song is not that slow. It's more like. But now you can see right after I hit that chord that I hit G, right? Comes right after it. 1 and, right? 1 and. Okay? So now if we put them together, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and. Okay? Alright, so that's our introduction, right? And that's what you need to practice. So I'm just going to go over the introduction on this one, and then I'll make a separate video once you have that down to where we can do the. And we're just playing chords here. I didn't do anything fancy. And if you get good at that, we could do a broken chord. Okay? We can do that, but we don't need to go fancy right now, all right? Once we get that down, we would repeat that part again, because there's those two parts. And then we get to the middle part, which is still the same chords. You will have to learn one extra little thing that goes, which is actually just a little addition to what we learned already. And then the ending has that as well. So there's really, once you've learned that, you've learned the whole thing. You just have to learn what is the order of these, and then you've got the song. So kind of a fun one to learn slowly, and you'll be able to play it. It'll be fun. So hopefully this helps if you're working on this. And remember the whole counting stuff. And I'm also going to email you the sheet music so you can at least look at the chords and see that, that thing where you've got that bass note that's going down like this. So you can just see and see what I'm talking about, okay? So, good luck. I will see you on Monday, and I hope Linus does good in his lesson as well. Take it easy.